captain, I'm strapped in. No, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a award, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog, all fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of to get, that's a little money and a trophy and nothing they call respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 10 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folger, soldier, flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky, hair stocky, leave them floppy, face Nazi, talking all.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday night primetime.
Well, the sun has gone down, and so has the thermometer, as EA Sports welcomes you to venerable Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them pretty darn good with Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he... Let's rock and roll!
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Finding space at the 40. Big strides. Look at him go. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try to put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson now. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs, runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what, and plays accordingly.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Hill. Blockers. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Ball. Take over here for their second possession of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the 30 on second down, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. They go play action with Jackson. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now is the punter, Jordan Stout. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here taken in by Gesicki. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Holding, offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route. What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I think that's a lot of shoulders just dropping here. Relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Go get him now. Make plays, y'all. Make plays.
From the gun, Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Jackson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. Here's Jordan Stout now. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over. Before halftime. the gun. He'll hand this off. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. It may sound cliche, but those are the types of yards he can get you. He's such a bruising back.
He is, and typically with that type of a back, if he has any type of stamina, it shows up later in the ball game. Because trust me, guys get tired of running up and trying to tackle that big fella. It wears on him, and then he gets stronger as the game goes on.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Mahomes now to throw. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Ravens. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come?
set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
On first down, Mahomes. He's got a man, complete, past the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards, and the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense the film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. Jackson running again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. They'll try and run the option left side. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line is, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield, and that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. Tucker's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. And now here comes Kansas City.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Mahomes. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes now on 1st down. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Mahomes. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Out route to Hill, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Justin Matabike drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will...
Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start by running the option to the right. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 14 yards that time, but a 1st down on the keeper. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
2nd and 14. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Quick slant complete to OBJ. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. And he is out of bounds here. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On play action, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield. but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7. Butker's kick here is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Trailing 17-10, a minute 53 remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Tucker now for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a short pickup to about the 25. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Mahomes finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly...
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. But despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on a previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
As a quarterback, to be able to run your guys step for step down the field and make up ground quickly in zone, you have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The Ravens send their punter out now. On for a very important punt here in overtime.
Here's Hill on the return. A nice little juke. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Six yards left on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. On the right side, open is Gesicki. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. It's a pickup of 6.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Gets by him at the 25.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes looking sideline, incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? What? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not surprised it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So it's
for the Chiefs here, and no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, he really had a great night throwing the football. 3 touchdown passes. He was totally locked in. He was precise, and